Hello, my name is Robert Grizzle, and this video is for Week 2 discussion in the course American Christian Heritage. The focus of this discussion is Frank Lambert's paper Pedlar in Divinity, George Whitefield and the Great Awakening, 1737 to 1745. It is the goal of this discussion to demonstrate that a commitment to objectivity and honesty is essential to historical investigation. As we've already seen in our readings, Noel explains that George Whitefield may have been the best known Protestant evangelist of his day. While preaching in New England, he would speak in front of thousands for close to a month at a time. Historians credited Whitefield with many innovations during this period also, such as speaking to his audience at their level and also speaking extemporaneously or without notes. This video focuses on his use of print media, which was an innovation that would have long-lasting effects on the American evangelism. In Pedlar in Divinity, he's described by Lambert as an entrepreneur, an impresario that made him a full-fledged forerunner to evangelists such as Charles Grandison, Finney, and Billy Graham. Whitefield used the new print culture during the first years of his evangelistic ministries to make his revivals. He would take his revivals to levels that had never been seen before. As he gained popularity, printers also would begin to promote his writings, and this would lead to him meeting his most ardent supporter, which would end up being the founding father, Benjamine Franklin. Despite this support, Franklin believed that printing sermons was a mistake. He felt this opened Whitefield up to attacks from his critics. His popularity did make him a target for critics such as the rationalist Charles Chauncey, who felt Whitefield hawked religion like a traveling salesman peddling his wares. In Jessica Parr's Inventing George Whitefield, Race, Revivalism, and Making of a Religious Icon, she explains that Dr. Durrell, who was the vice chancellor at Oxford, published letters attacking Whitefield for neglect of parochial clergy, and implied that Whitefield was not a true Christian. Interestingly, when the letters were published in the Monthly Review, their catalog described Durrell as a zealous stickler for the established church, and of course an utter enemy to all dissenters as such. In doing so, the article rejected efforts to undermine Whitefield as an icon by means of attacking his orthodoxy. But also, despite his innovations, K. Kim, in his dissertation, Changing Concepts of Revival Demonstrated in the Public Ministries of George Whitefield and Charles Finney, points out that Whitefield refrained from some other innovations of the time, such as public invitations and the use of anxious seats and prevailing prayer. In contrast to this, Charles Finney used these practices to encourage or prompt the sinner to convert quickly. In contrast, Whitefield used mass media and open air services to reach the public. He relied on the moving of the Holy Spirit to convict his audience. With George Whitefield's innovative use of mass media, we see a forerunner to the modern evangelist in expecting a blessing of unusual magnitude. Moody, mass media, and Gilded Age revival. Bruce Evanson explained that Moody knew the sleepers awake when God got on the front page. Likewise, he explains that this evangelistic thread passed down to Billy Graham, who stated that 79 years after Moody, he could still see the signs of his success. Thank you.